Freedom by Master JingZong. Everyone is looking for a life of freedom, a life of leisure and liberty, a life without hindrance and restraint. This is especially true of monastics. With a bowl of alms received from 1,000 homes, I roam alone for 1,000,000 miles. I stand high on the mountaintop and stride along the deepest seabed. Walking in a pair of straw shoes among the cloudy summits, I am a cloud and water monk who leads a cloud and water life. These verses must have aroused the aspiration of numerous monastics, past and present. Yet, what is freedom? How can we attain the state of a free mind? Without a correct understanding of this, one may end up failing, even if he starts out with good intentions. Set forth below are several points for reference written by young monastics. First, freedom rests in our mind, not the external environment. If we place the blame for a lack of freedom on the external environment, and thus try to change the outside world, we will certainly meet a dead end. Then, like a person in shackles, we will move with the greatest difficulty as we drag around the chains of our desire. Worst of all, we will be completely unaware that what we need to do is break the shackles. Instead, we could mistakenly believe that our small house is what inhibits our freedom. Thus, we will tote lumber, bricks, and tiles in order to build a bigger house. But our shackles will only increase the difficulties of construction. Even if we manage to complete the house, do we really attain even a little bit of additional freedom? Our mind can be compared to the shackles, and the environment to the house. It is our mindset that is our bondage. This is what shackles us and prevents us from finding true freedom. As for the environment, it is quite commodious. We must unshackle our innermost beings to pursue freedom. The second point is, freedom lies in this very situation, not anywhere else. There are people who moan about their employer, job, place of residence, or spouse, and long to find one that is more desirable. Of course, there is no doubt that the external environment influences our quality of life. But when we take things as they are, freedom lies right here. A person who cannot adapt to their surroundings and acts with a self-seeking attitude will always find it difficult to attain freedom. Third, freedom exists in this present moment, not in the future. Most of us always live with high hopes for the future. I am not free at the moment, but the day will come when I will be free, either tomorrow or someday in the future. I will be free when I have enough money, have a house, have a car, have. And thus, we live out our lives in a vicious cycle of endless expectations and endless disappointments. This can be compared to a man with amnesia who, in his delusion, believes his feet are missing and rushes about to look for them. He is totally convinced that they're only several steps ahead of him, around the next corner, perhaps. He runs about wildly, but try as he may, he cannot find them. In fact, if he stops running and stands still, his feet are right there, firmly holding his body. There is absolutely no point in scurrying around. How could he possibly find his feet in such a way? The fourth point: freedom appears by itself. There is no need to search for it. It appears by itself means that it always exists. All we have to do is enjoy it without imagining that it is our job to create it. Freedom permeates everything and everywhere. There is no need to go looking for it. It is just like sunyata, or emptiness in Sanskrit. As the Zen case, or koan, says, "Who binds you? Since no one binds me, I must have been free from the beginning. Even so, we are all entangled in the net of ego, which means grasping at self. It is the ego that binds us. So long as the ego remains uncrushed, we will never be totally free." And 5, freedom is within the Buddha, not in human beings. The Buddha enjoys absolute freedom, but humans are not free at all. Yet there is no distinction between the nature of mind, the Buddha, and sentient beings. When we hide our mind inside the Buddhas, we are at ease. This is the only way for sentient beings to attain the ultimate freedom. Let us immediately recite Amitabha's name and aspire to rebirth in the Pure Land. If we rely on the power of Amitabha's vows and take the world as it is, we enjoy the greatest freedom. And we are free at all times and in all places. There are some reciters who claim they have deep faith in Pure Land Buddhism, but they keep complaining about their surroundings, casting about for some idealized, imaginary freedom. They are similar to one who holds a lit lantern but goes searching high and low for a source of light. I hope we will all go deeply into the Pure Land teachings. When we nourish our heart with the Dharma, our mind is set free, and we can enjoy perfect freedom. Here are some more reminders. Be altruistic, not selfish, and you will attain freedom. Be humble, not arrogant, and you will attain freedom. Be philanthropic, not self-obsessed, and you will attain freedom. Be honest, not hypocritical, and you will attain freedom. Be easygoing, not stubborn, and you will attain freedom. Be responsible, not evasive, and you will attain freedom. Namo Ami Tofo.